Hello and welcome to Watercooler for July 1st, 2020. At least that's when we record this. Who knows when you listen to it? That's the beauty of podcasting. But anyway, thank you so much for tuning in. This is a show where I, Chris Laxamana, hang out with my Corolla Digital friends, drink some claws, some buds, some coffee, some C-minuses, whatever we can get our hands on. And we kick it Philly style. With me today, Caelan Biehn here.
What's going on?
Oh, you sound good, Caelan.
Thank you.
Nice and beefy tone there.
Yeah.
Is Insomniac here? Is Insomniac going to make an appearance in the second half of 2020?
I don't know. How would I know?
We need Insomniac.
More than ever, I would say.
Hey, it's not up to me. It's up to him.
Who is Insomniac again? For the listeners, because some listeners probably started listening in 2020 and have no idea who Insomniac is.
I know.
It's entirely possible they start listening in 2019 and have no idea who Insomniac is.
It's also
joke
entirely
that won't
possible
die.
that there's an internet archive of every single show. They could, if they really wanted to know, go find out. But by all means, Caelan, tell us.
I mean, who is he really? None of us really know. To be honest.
He's an enigma.
Yeah, enigma's a good word. To shorten up, I'd say rave/party enthusiast, and that's about all I know about him.
Living the plur life.
Plur life. He
That's
lives
right.
by that code.
Gary Smith's here.
What's up, guys?
What's up? Welcome back. Matt Fondiler.
Hey, brother.
Hey, brother. And he just gave the new tagline for the Watercooler, where jokes don't die. Mike Dawson's here.
Yeah, pause for the claws.
Yeah, what flavor you got?
I think I got a watermelon flavor.
I've never had the water. Oh, you got the mixed
I don't have
fruit
my
pack.
readers on, but
got
there are
it.
too many letters for it to be any other fruit.
It's
That definitely
watermelon.
says watermelon.
It's watermelon, and I'll jump out with a hot take. Watermelon, absolutely awful. Tastes like the worst part of a watermelon. Tastes like the rind.
I think watermelon flavor in general is never very good, aside from
Jolly Rancher.
Jolly
Rancher.
Rancher.
I can-
Aside
That's
from
fine.
Jolly Rancher, I'm never satisfied with a watermelon flavor.
I can buy that, but I'm not drinking these for the flavor.
I agree. Listen, I'm not saying I would turn down a watermelon White Claw if that was all that was around, but I was excited when I saw that new flavor, and when I tasted it, that is the worst part of the watermelon taste.
Well, here's the kind of guy I am. Since I know you guys don't like the watermelons, I'll keep going for them.
All right.
What a nice guy.
I'll
Listen,
have to have my readers on.
Not all heroes wear capes.
Is there another flavor that has this many letters on it?
I've got tangerine, which is pretty lettery
See, I
as
could get it
well.
fucked up with
Interesting.
tangerine.
But
Yeah,
the
is
colors, you're not colorblind, are you?
No, I can see. I
looks
can
like a
see
watermelon.
the shape of the word watermelon.
Yeah.
I'm not that blind.
Hey,
Is
guys.
it more valuable with a longer name? It should be. More ink used. More
No,
real
we're talking
estate?
about split
say-
seconds.
No, I don't.
All right.
It's done.
But that
So,
big of a scale.
You're not saving that much, though.
I always wonder why my T-shirts cost the same as a triple XL.
Yeah, well,
That's a
triple
good
XLs are, once you get above XL, they tend to throw another $1.
Oh,
or
they
two on
do?
there, yeah. But hey, guys, we've officially, we've gone past the turn. We're on the back nine of 2020. I'm gonna go out on a limb. Front nine, not my favorite.
No,
Hot take.
Really, that's
Not
a very
my
hot take.
Enjoyed
favorite.
it, huh?
Really, not my favorite first half of a year.
Yeah.
Some people enjoyed it,
Some people did.
like the
I'm
devil.
just glad I took my
Like the
shoes
devil.
off early.
There you go. You enjoying that lawn while
Yeah.
meteors rain down upon the course.
Yeah, is this the point now where we just don't care and we're just gonna swing and just get drunk and?
Oh yeah, you've
Like,
loaded. We loaded up with beers at the turn.
Yeah.
it's on.
Look at us. We're talking golf. I feel like I'm golfing right now because that's how I usually play. The two times I have played. After about halfway through, I go, all right, well, there's no way I'm actually going to compete, and there's no way that, it'll even matter what happens. So I'm just gonna get drunk and just swing and
Fucking drive
see
that
it-
golf cart into
Like
the
any,
ground,
see how
baby.
far-
like any back nine.
The only mistake you made there was waiting for the back nine.
oh.
Right.
Yeah, I always think I have a little bit of a chance. After I make first contact, I always think my game is gonna be a Disney movie. He's never played before. Well, let's see how good he could look at his unconventional stance, his unconventional swing. But by God, that is a great drive. How does he do that? And then all of a sudden, I'm just a crazy prodigy.
One montage later.
I enter a tournament. Of course, I mess up the first one, probably because I don't really understand the rules of the game. Maybe my putting's a little off. Something's going on.
It was the man.
It was the man.
It was the man. It was some old country club rule
Yeah.
that said that your hair was
Too long.
too close to your shirt collar.
But that makes me rock and roll, and it kind of
right,
makes
right.
me exciting.
Damn hippie.
And they don't like you because you play the bar next door.
I do.
Like you're a servant to them.
yeah.
You play the country club bar, and now you're trying to get on the PGA Tour, F you, bro.
I see the game every once in a while from the stage. I look outside because I play at noon. I play my shows at noon.
A lot of brunch time.
He plays brunch, yeah.
A lot of
He plays
brunch shows, of course. Everyone's drinking their mimosas. I'm just watching the men swing away at the on the course. I'm thinking I could do that. That doesn't look that hard. And then there's a foursome, but one of them gets sick and they need another guy. Does anybody here know how to play golf? Just ask that guy. It's kind of like White Men Can't Jump, but I really wasn't prepared.
But it's a joke. There's a group of 1980s typical bullies.
Yeah.
And they're the same guys who would throw the Eggs Benedict at you from the buffet.
Are there golf jocks,
Trey
Gary?
recently
While you're on
trashed it.
stage, and they'd never get in trouble. You know, you'd be wiping hollandaise sauce off your amp when you go home, and you're like, fuck, this sucks.
Yeah.
And then they do it as a joke. They're like, he plays golf, put him in. He's going to suck, dude. We'll fuck with him.
And then
You kill it.
And then they see me just make that. Wow, look at that drive.
Yeah.
Is he actually pretty good? And then my band gets kind of mad at me because I'm paying more attention to golf now.
Yeah, you missed a rehearsal.
I missed rehearsal.
You were out
First
in
you named the
driving
band
range.
after yourself. Now this.
Yeah. We can't be Loxy without you.
And then the worst part, twist your wrist at the driving range, critically injure both your golf game and your guitar playing. You realize you've taken it too far.
Yeah.
But the twist, the Shyamalan twist, is you sprained your wrist cranking one out at the driving range.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So it's like
This
you're
is not
just
a
wrist
Disney
in the driving
movie.
range. I hurt my
well,
wrist
wait.
in the driving range.
But
Wait,
then you have to
and then
move to
that-
the other hand,
Wasn't it
and that's where
cracking?
you learn that you're
was it cracking?
actually.
I think it was cracking
really
one
good.
out.
Isn't that what I said?
You said cranking.
Okay.
Yeah. I think it was cracking.
Cracking.
It's
My
gone
bad.
both ways.
I think it works both ways. Yeah, they're interchangeable.
No, I was trying to do what you said.
Yeah.
I'll crack one out in the shower.
But then Caelan says, I discovered
That's
that
right.
I'm
It was
left-handed.
crack.
Exactly. And then your guitar playing and your golf game
Both
get
improve.
exponentially
I
better,
swing
and
left-handed.
you
I turn the
become a great-
guitar upside down, and everything just works out perfectly.
Oh, I got the closing scene, dude.
Learns how to
Okay.
masturbate with his feet.
Fucking your putter breaks
Oh, no.
at the end. But then this little kid who's seen you play and knows you're a real rock and roller. From the edge of the green, you see this little kid come up with your guitar.
Yeah.
And he goes, use this, Chris. And you putt that last putt with your guitar. You sink it for the win. And then you fucking jam.
Oh, with a guitar?
Yeah.
It was
Then you
plugged
jam
in?
right there. No, and then that's when the party, like it turns into one of those Caddyshack party scenes.
Oh, yeah. Of course it ends with a big party.
Yeah, and
that-
there's totally a choreographed dance scene on the
Yeah.
18th hole. It's awesome. We get
Yeah.
a couple marching bands in there.
This is
You
great.
know, a lot of timpani.
Well, as anyone who's seen, Caddyshack knows, Rodney Dangerfield's golf bag just has an amp built into it, so you just plug into that right
Oh,
there.
that's right.
Perfect.
We could get that Mr. Radio thing.
The
We could get two of
Mr.
them.
Microphone.
Mr. Microphone.
Yes.
We get two of them, so it's in stereo.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Because that's how it works.
Because that's how
Just like the commercial. Yes.
I got a working title, Laxyshack.
Yes!
Nice.
Wow. I'm impressed by us.
That was good.
That's the Laxyshack, not
Yeah.
to be confused with the other place that you're calling my studio. Laxyshack sounds like a place. That's why.
Laxyshack, the quest for Gapar.
You know what
Oh, no.
I just thought
Guitar.
of this.
Yeah, I got
It didn't really work.
Gapar.
You're not all going to be home runs,
Gapar-
guys. Every now and then you're going to ground out. What do you want from me?
That just sounds too much like Jafar. And It
Yeah.
sounds like a guy's name. So is Gapar maybe a character?
That's the name of the caddy who helps you.
Gapar. Oh, Gapar. Little
I'm
Gapar.
telling you, this is a brilliant C movie, and we should fucking make it. And
That just means Chris movie, right?
a la Jack Black, it's great coming up with cool ideas, as ridiculous as they are, on a podcast because you're recording.
Yeah.
It's there.
It's true. It's there for all of forever.
Who wants to make this movie?
I would like to make this movie, and to show my generosity, I would like you all to have roles in it
Thank you.
Nice.
as well. So think about your parts. Let me get back to me, and I shall prove them.
I want the Bill Murray part. I'm the fucking drunk dude who works at the course, who's constantly messing it up.
It's good.
Dibs.
Yeah.
I got
That's
dibs
funny
on
because
that.
I was thinking I wanted to be Bill Cosby before you said Bill Murray.
Interesting.
All of you have to be Bills.
I want to be the get me out of here lady from Happy Gilmore.
Oh, okay. The one who, when he's driving into the home.
Yeah, just jumps on the hood. Mista. Get me
Ca-
out of here.
And Caelan, who would you like to be in Laxyshack?
I'm good with anything. Whatever suits
I'm
me.
Caelan's got to be the Ben Stiller character from Happy Gilmore.
I'm just gonna be the random Hell's Angel.
A random
Just
one.
a random Hell's Angel.
Okay.
That's good.
Who just seems to be around. And then at the end of the movie, I'll
He's
just,
always at the
I'll give you-
18th hole. We
I'll
don't
give-
know why.
At the end of the movie, I'll just give you a thumbs up and a smile. I go, good on you, kid.
And that's how I know
And then
everything
I'll
is okay.
ride off on
Yeah.
a motorcycle.
At one point, you could be driving down the street, and early on in his game, when he whiffs the ball far right into the road, just clonks you right on the head, and you
Yeah.
fall off.
The kids love
you
that
think
comedy.
he's gonna
Pretty
hate
cool.
you, but then by
Yeah.
the end, he's proud of
No,
you.
it's just
And then
like
I could just be haunting you the whole time,
It's
like
just-
I'm going to kick your ass.
yes.
So you've got that
You're
added
the
fear.
ghost spirit of the biker who used to hang out at the golf course.
No, I'm
All right,
still
go on.
alive.
Killed a biker
I
in your
killed a
early days of
biker.
selling your golf.
100% alive. 100%
You are you sure?
Not a ghost.
Or are you?
It's not that a ghost or not.
Look,
this
we wanna
is a
make-
Shyamalan movie.
We want to make a real movie now. I mean, this is a real movie. This could really happen. You know, it wouldn't happen if I was a ghost.
That's exactly what a ghost would say. I don't know. I think a guy who doesn't know he's a
It's
ghost.
a ghost who's constantly trying to talk people out of the fact that he's
Yeah.
a ghost.
Laxyshack is really about the Hell's Angel.
I'll tell you how it works. I'll tell you how it works. You think I'm a Hell's Angel dude because I'm wearing the vest all the time. But at the end of the movie, it pans in closer and it says Heaven's Angels.
Oh, it's heaven. You've been Heaven's
And then
Angel
I
this whole time.
slowly disappear. And then you realize, oh shit, Shyamalan. He got killed by
That's a
that
line
golf
in the
ball.
movie.
Chris
That's a
killed
direct
him.
line from one of the guys.
So earlier when you said that you had watermelon flavor White Claw, I think you meant peyote flavor.
I'm sorry. I've been up since 6 o'clock this morning. I slept maybe 5 hours last night. So yeah, I'm a little. I'm closely approaching that 4 a.m. and everything's funny. But I'm telling you, maybe I'm crazy.
Maybe.
Maybe. Most likely I'm insane. But I would think that our 30,000 listeners would want this movie made.
Sure.
Laxyshack.
That's enough. Yeah.
You really think only a third of our listeners want this movie made?
A third of our listeners under 20.
I was going for a fifth. I was being kind.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I agree, and that should be made. So, and I can see Pixel Fun already. His brain is exploding.
Just wrap it
We'll
up already.
use that as the storyboard. We'll use that as the storyboard to sell the movie. That's the pitch deck right there.
Yeah. I'm invested in every character already. And of course, Shyamalan has a guest role because that's his signature. That's his directorial signature, right? He's always a character somewhere in it too. Maybe he's the bass player in my band.
There
or
you
something.
go.
Yeah. So
He always has to play like a slightly more critical role than you would ever expect a director cameo to do. That's what always bothered me about his cameo so much. It wasn't just that he put himself in the movie, it's that he put himself in as the critical character.
someone that mattered.
multiple times.
In Signs?
Yeah, that's one of the main ones for sure.
Yeah.
And there's that stupid Lady in the Water one with Paul Giamatti
glad
or
you
whatever.
brought that up.
He plays the writer who knows all the rules and will help save us all. Like he literally plays a weird version of himself. It's
Lady in the Water was like the second or third fake movie trailer I did for the show when it was on the radio. And the clips I used was all Paul Giamatti said, "Who are you? What's going on?" I'm like, damn. And all I just kept saying was, "Lady in the Water. What's this movie about? Who are you? We want to know the same thing. Lady in the Water."
Lady in the Water came out in, I think, 2006.
It's pretty specific to think that. You know that.
Oh, I think I do know that. I do know that because
I joined
if
the radio
recall-
show in 2006, and
Yeah.
I started doing fake movie trailers 2 months in.
Yeah, it did come out in 2006 because I watched it on that bus road trip that I went on with my friends. Backtrack a little bit, 16 of my friends. We all pitched in about school bus, took around the country, and we all went for a movie night to watch Lady in the Water. And we all walked out of there thinking, That movie ruled.
Really?
And I think I cried a little bit. Paul Giamatti was awesome. And then everybody else outside of this bus of 16 guys, for the rest of my life, that was really when Shyamalan lost it. He lost his mind. Like
That's so funny.
that was not the movie to enjoy. And I remember walking out of there thinking, that was great. John Leguizamo's arm was all big, and and Paul Giamatti's just such a great actor. And it was very heady, very dramatic.
Have you since
Underwater.
watched it?
No. I don't want to ruin it for myself because
you
I
should
actually had a
probably not.
great experience.
So that had to have been around the time that Shyamalan did like the very uncomfortable, weird cameo in Entourage too, right?
Probably right around that same time. That would maybe a couple years after that. That would have also been, well, maybe around like 2006 or 7. I guess that could be right.
Yeah,
Probably, yeah.
Had to have been right around then.
Now, are we... I love that you guys all love movies because M. Night Shyamalan, I wonder, do we write him off or are we still on board?
Well, I think we did write him off until the James McAvoy
Split
came out. Yeah,
Devil,
and then he
Devil
brought,
was his comeback though. Devil was pretty.
He didn't
fucking
direct
cool.
that though. He
Oh, he
produced it.
didn't. Okay.
yeah, Split was great. So I think that brought him back into the fold.
So you would not call him a Shyamalan Llama Ding Dong?
I actually remember what the
stumbled.
Shyamalan.
Gary's mad at himself for the delivery of that line.
I was totally wrong. I essentially lied to you guys. The trailer that I did for Shyamalan was that I couldn't pronounce his name. And so it just kept on going. The new movie from M. Night Shyamalan. Lady in the Water, a film by Quentin Tarantino.
Nice.
That was what we did.
You have a good trailer voice, man.
I don't know, man.
I do. It's good.
Yeah, it
very good.
rumbles. It felt good. I think M. Night. I think you're right. M. Night was on top of the world. We lost him around Lady in the Water, definitely in The Happening,
Oh yeah.
and then Split. I think he managed to get himself propped up onto the lifeboat, but he's not fully on board yet. I think he's still kind of hanging off, and we're wondering if he's excess weight and we got to get rid of him, or is he coming back?
Currently has a show on Apple TV, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't seen it yet, but
Yes, he does. You're right, and it looks super creepy. And look, I agree with you that his popularity took a huge hit, but he's never stopped making, big budget studio films. He has somehow found a way to stay relevant in Hollywood, even if not with the audience, for 25 years now.
there's another movie he did right before Split called The Visit. That was kind of like a
I like that
found
one.
footage one. That
I
was
like
actually
that one.
pretty good too.
That was
You
good. I saw
okay?
that in theaters.
Put
I
that
don't
on
think
your
I've
horror
heard of it.
list.
Yeah, scary.
It's
I'm on a horror
it's
kick
more,
right
it's
now,
more
so-
psychological.
It's
It's creepy.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
not scary.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about my experience watching The Happening.
There are a
And by
couple
watching,
moments. There are
do
a
you
couple
mean
moments
watching?
you like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or reading.
You might have to do the move on a couple moments.
The Move. I watched The Happening. I forget what year that came out, but I had a bad experience because, when you make friends, when you make plans with friends.
No, I don't remember doing
Remember
that.
back in the day, I think it was like pre-2020, you would make plans with friends.
Pre
And,
Gary J, pre GJ,
and I was with a couple of my buddies.
pre nephew Patch.
Yeah, that's right. I was with a couple of my buddies
Uncle Patch, nephew Pat, pre kid.
No, pre-COVID
pre-COVID.
was my was
Pre
what I meant,
2020 is pre-COVID.
Well, we still
Wait, you
haven't
named
seen
your
you
kid
since you named your kid COVID.
but Listen, what I name my kids is none of your business.
and I
I
had
was ahead
my,
of my time.
Someone out there named their kid COVID, and now they're really embarrassed.
yeah, they're bummed. Oh, this is so.
Somebody actually did do that after COVID was a thing.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
that was
just
a news
wrong.
story in April or something.
Wrong. Sorry, Chris, you were saying?
So a couple of my good friends, Jake and Jason, are their first names, and
Sounds fake to me.
no, they're they're very real.
But I mean, they're so close together. Would he make it up like that? If he was going to make it up, it'd be
true.
like
Bill
Frederick
yeah.
and Charles.
All right, go ahead. Jake and Jason. Go
No,
ahead.
I see. I'm aware of doing that when I make up names that I should differentiate, but these
Yeah.
two names are that similar. That's why I kept them. That's how you know they're real. But Jake,
Okay, Chris.
Jake and Jason, we go back. We're thick as thieves, us three, and I know them very well and have tons of stories on them. But we plan to watch a movie, The Happening. When we saw the trailer, thinking Mark Wahlberg, mysterious happenings. Yeah, I guess that's part
Zoe
of it.
Deschanel.
Zoe Deschanel.
Yeah, that's right. She's in that.
Wow.
Block
And
that movie from my mind.
and all this craziness, and the trailer was very good. and we all made plans to watch it. They watched it without me. And for some reason, when people watch movies without you after you've already planned on watching it with them,
Like, was this in the theater or after it
in
came?
theaters.
So they went to the theater.
They
and
went to
watched
the
it.
theater
Okay,
and they
yeah.
saw it. I think I'd work.
Were they
or
part
something.
of your Lady in the Water screen that you guys all broed out over? 'Cause
No,
that's
they were
double cold.
Oh,
Okay.
that's ice,
Yeah.
ice cold,
Smirnoff
Brr.
ice cold.
Yeah. So I remember being really upset. I remember Smirnoff ice cold is
That's fucking
Cold.
Andre 3000, bro.
Yeah.
Good job.
Thank you.
It's 3,000 points for you.
and it stung. It stung. I'll be honest.
And then you had to go by yourself to the theater.
So I had to wrestle. Do I go by myself? And I did. And I watched at the Irvine Spectrum. Gary knows where that is.
Sure do.
I also do.
Yeah.
pretty sure
Same. I know.
For a long
We've all done shows
Sure.
there.
It's not just Gary, okay? We all know where it is, Chris. God.
No,
I love
but,
how I just point out Gary knows where that is.
25 shows there.
no, but to Chris's point, I used to live down there back when that was the biggest movie theater in the world for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get it, Gary. You've been there more than us. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I haven't. Been there less.
Now, Chris is just he's still in producer mode. He's still not completely out of the Adam Carolla Show world.
Sure.
And on his mind earlier today, Adam called Gary the king of Orange County.
That's right.
That is
why.
ambassador, I believe
Yeah.
he said, but nonetheless.
And I remember,
Maybe he said chief.
Okay, maybe.
Chief of Orange County.
I'm certainly not the king.
and I watched the movie, and I hated it. It really. And my friends Jake and Jason, they were like, "Don't watch it. Don't go. We're really sorry we saw it without you, but it's awful. Do not waste your money. Don't do it."
Now, did you think they were lying to make it to
Yes.
save your feelings?
I did. The trailer was too damn good for The Happening. Mark Wahlberg. Come on.
Yeah.
That's all you need. That's all you need. Brooding Mark Wahlberg.
Wasn't John Leguizamo in that one?
He was? Yeah. Him and
He
M.
was
Night are-
also in Lady in the Water?
Yeah, he is what like Leo is to Scorsese. I guess.
see. That's his guy. You thought it was Bruce Willis,
That's
but
his
it's actually
guy,
John
yeah.
Leguizamo.
John Leguizamo.
Yeah.
Who, by the way, regardless, I think he's a fantastic, phenomenal actor.
Yeah, I think he's
I'm
great, too.
very happy in whatever he's in.
Luigi, are you kidding me?
Nice guy,
Yeah,
too.
Spawn. He's in Spawn.
It seems like he'd be a nice guy.
Yeah. He's a nice guy.
He's been in here.
Yeah. Anyway, so I remember watching it and thinking, this is truly awful. This is a bad movie, and I was so bummed. And I go up the escalator. Gary knows what those are. And I get on my cell phone, and I called Jake, and probably Jason too. I don't know if we three-way dialed or whatever, but and I go, I loved it. That movie was awesome. I don't know what you guys are talking about. It was great.
Wow.
Just to really
Yeah.
dig in the shank, because. Yeah, I was so bitter that they saw it without me, but that was my experience watching The Happening. I've not seen it since. I remember it sucking really badly, but I will always say that it was good in front of them.
I'd suggest the next time something like that happens, you adjust your strategy, because you let them hurt your feelings, and then you lowered their opinion of you at the end of this by you telling them that a movie they knew was horseshit was good in your mind.
That's true. You hung up that
thought it was
call.
good?
Yeah, you hung up the call being like, showed them, and they hung up the call like, well, we're not taking that guy to a fucking movie
Yeah, they
anymore.
texted each other,
Terrible
"Chris's
taste in
taste is
movies.
awful."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never inviting him again.
Yeah, I closed my flip phone. I thought I got him.
Yeah.
Thought I got him.
Exactly.
But since they're made up people, this really didn't.
That's
you know.
also,
Yeah, make
this
us
never
people.
actually happened.
Let me tell you another Jake and Jason story. June 2000.
June, no less.
June 2003. It's the summer before senior year. Stephanie, my first girlfriend in life.
All right, again,
Now we know he's
girlfriend. Come on. I mean, no offense, Jenny, but
My first break. She breaks up with me.
We've
I'm a
seen-
mess.
we've seen pictures of your haircut.
I cut my own hair. I'm crying. I'm a mess. Jake calls me. Hey, is the girl he's dating, Natalie. I shouldn't be using real names, but I can't think of any fake names right now. He calls me. Hey, it's Jason's birthday tonight. Natalie's grounded. Let's have a boys' night. Let's go out. Let's go to Long Beach Town Center. Gary knows where that is. And that's where we used to hang out back then, because we were too young to go to bars or anything. So we just hang out in the center with the movie theater, right? Caelan did that, the Sherman Oaks Galleria. Yeah.
And then I
Gary
did the
knows
move.
what that is.
Yeah, Gary knows where that is.
I do.
And so I agree, but I'm really dragging my feet. My heart is broken. Everybody remembers their first loss of love. Come on, it really stings deep. And so we're in Jake's Acura Integra, driving over to the town center. I'm crying. We get out. I'm a mess. We're walking in the parking lot. We get up to the movie theater, and Jake sees Natalie, the girl he thought he's dating, who's grounded with another guy.
Ooh.
And now he's losing his mind. They're supposed, we went out to take Jason out for his birthday for me to be comforted. Now Jake's losing his mind. We go back into Jake's car. We drive off. He pulls it over in a park, and now he's just throwing shit. He's throwing stuff at the park. He's so mad. He's kicking like playground equipment. He's so heartbroken. I'm crying in the backseat of the car, and Jason's just thinking, this is the worst birthday ever.
Were you guys like 15?
No, we were 17. I guess. Similar.
Why were you crying again?
I just had my heart broken by Stephanie. Just
Gotcha.
broke up with me for no reason. I was a great boyfriend. I was thoughtful. I did magic tricks for her that soon became a bid on Parks and Recreation.
She started dating one of the dudes in that.
No
80s
reason.
group, yeah.
And he shortly thereafter follows it up with, I did magic for her.
I did. What do you mean no reason? Anyway, Steve, Jake, and Jason.
So the three of you went out and saw Unbreakable together.
Hey, we really haven't. We need a little female perspective, but ladies, if a dude does a magic trick for you
Let's get a
to
little.
ask you to prom, and you're 17,
Winter formal.
2
of hearts.
How
pulled
many
the
of
2 of
you?
hearts.
How many of you at 17 years old is that going to embarrass you enough or make you think enough? Are you going to break up with him? I really want to know because I'm going to say it's like split 50-50.
Matt,
Because
now,
that's just playing with fire.
All right.
You rolled the bones.
all right,
bro.
let's talk to the ladies. We'll put out a call for them, but I want you to keep this in mind as well. It's me doing it.
Well, there you go.
So I did it. She pulls the 2 of hearts, asks her.
But
asks her to dance.
if we put you into the question,
And it's not a
no
public
one's
thing.
going to say they would break up with you. That's polluting it too much. It's just got to be.
that is true, because then nobody will believe the breakup part.
Or we could say it's 17-year-old you. Yeah.
Yeah, he was still great.
They're still gonna.
He's still a good dude. Anyway,
I'm curious as to what happened with Jake or Jason's.
You want him to make up
relationship
more
with
shit?
Jason's girlfriend.
Jake and Jason, they're funny. All right. Well, anyway, let's continue with the show. I'll sprinkle more Jake and Jason stories as the show, as the series progresses.
New segment.
Yeah,
Jake and Jason.
Jake and Jason.
By the way, we've got to be at 37 minutes. Did this all evolve on my bad golf pun about 2020?
I think that may have been where this all started.
All right, let's get the show started. Look at my notes here.
Welcome to Watercooler.
Welcome to Watercooler. All right. We do have a Shay, which I'm very excited about. And it's not, we're taking a step away from figuring out what best food is, because obviously that's a very, very.
Almost starving semicircle. Practically starving semicircle.
The PSS?
PSSA? PSSSC? Doesn't matter.
Semicircle is one word, isn't it?
Yes. Chris, I got to be honest. I'm glad.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm glad you're excited about this, Shay, because I am not. I
What else is new?
Yeah, I know. Nothing's different.
but for a different reason than usual. I appreciate the fact that Matt pulled a Nostradamus type prediction and was able to get some fun in there. But as we record this, our governor just shut down most of the state again, and it's demoralizing.
Yep.
I know.
It's pretty sad.
And if anybody's watching this on YouTube, we are all CGI'd closer together.
Yeah, with masks on.
Yeah.
Somebody's really awesome at Photoshop.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, Matt, let's just get into some shakers. We got a little flicking to get into as well.
Sure.
So we'll start the show now. That was a great intro. Thank you, Gary, for lobbing that one at. And let's find out.
Matt, what is on the dine-in menu?
Oh,
Wow.
whoa.
Last weekend, we started hearing reports of
Who's we?
me and my wife were hearing reports, along with the rest of the nation, about Florida and Texas pumping the brakes. And we looked at each other and we said, California is absolutely going to be next on this list. So we need to go out for dinner right now this weekend, because we're probably not going to be able to go out anytime soon. And unfortunately, we were right. It is all shut down. But before that happened, we had one of the all-time great meals that I'm going to tell you guys about real quick.
So you guys saw the doors closing, the Independence Day mothership, and you and your wife are Jeff Goldblum and Will Smith trying to just sneak in before those doors finally shut.
That's
and you
correct.
guys can't eat out, and you guys made it.
We made it in. And we went to a restaurant that I've talked about on this show before called Redbird. You guys may recall a Chez Fondiler where I gave all of us menus and we all ordered our own courses.
That was
Good one.
fun. That was
Good
a
one.
great
Good one,
Chez.
right?
Yeah, it's
I
a
miss
great
those
Chez.
days.
Very memorable.
One of
Yeah.
my all-time favorite restaurants in LA.
I remember
Lately, it's
effort.
been more like cliche Fondiler. You know?
Ooh, how dare you.
Whoa.
So
Copyright Mike Dawson.
I'll address that later. So we went back to Redbird, and honestly, no hyperbole, it actually was the best meal I've ever had there before, which is really saying something because they have great food all the time. So we started with cocktails. I'll read you what we had.
Now, do you think it's objectively the best meal you've ever had there, or was it improved by a magnitude of 15% because we've all been deprived for so long?
I think that is part of it, but truth be told, I've gone out for quite a few meals in the interim.
I know.
Yeah,
So-
but knowing
nonetheless-
the doors are going to close.
Yeah.
Like, I think of the best steak I ever had, and it was when I was drunk. And I remember
Sure.
thinking, and like, I almost cried, this is so good.
Yeah.
And Lady in the Water was awesome. And
I think what really impressed me about the meal is because we've been there so many times, we had 3 different things that we had never had before, and they were just so good. And I guess it had been a while since we'd been there. Maybe I couldn't compare it to my last great meal there, but it just every course was even better than I'll ever be able to describe to you guys. So that's why I say that.
Well, then by all means, try.
I shall. First, the cocktails, though. I got a drink called the Everlasting, which is rye,
Gary's already.
apricot brandy.
Whoa.
This is what is on the menu. 1757 Vermouth di Torino Extra Dry, which is just vermouth.
Di Torino.
Di Torino, and lemon. And my wife got a cocktail with gin. Here's another one. Lusta Oloroso Don Nuno Sherry.
Ben.
Creme de Pamplemousse, which we all know is
Grapefruit cream.
and lemon as well. So we ended up swapping cocktails because she liked mine better, and I'm just a good husband.
I did a wife swap right at the
I did a fucking wife swap right
Yeah.
there in the restaurant.
Thank God he said tails.
So I ended up with the gin grapefruit cocktail.
You got that not because your wife liked yours better. She didn't like hers.
No, she
'Cause
did
you're
like
gonna
hers.
You're going to tell me you had one cocktail?
Well, at that restaurant, I'm not gonna. We only have so much time on this segment. We did bar hopping prior to going to the restaurant, but I'm only telling you guys about this
go on.
particular meal.
Go on.
All right, so now we're going on to the main courses here, and I'll show you guys a picture.
Before you get into the main
Sure.
course, so speaking of these cocktails, so when you
Yeah.
look at a cocktail menu, because Matt is no stranger to the cocktail menu, as Gary and I have mentioned
No
before.
stranger. Matt's so accomplished with the cocktail menu that I go to restaurants and read the cocktail menu just to imagine what Matt would order.
Yeah.
That's
a game I play.
Only not a stranger. He's the president of the Homeowners Association.
right.
Now, Matt, when you look at a cocktail menu, because usually cocktail menus are very vast. They have
Yeah.
usually one cocktail for every kind of liquor.
Sure.
And like they have their sweeter drinks.
Let's say there's
their
like
stronger
10
drinks.
to 15 drinks on a cocktail menu.
What do you usually look for? And are you able to predict what they'll taste like just by reading the ingredients?
I
How
guess a
accurate
little
are you?
bit. For example, I don't really know what that particular brand of apricot brandy tastes like and what it's going to mix with, a gin, but I can imagine that it will have like an apricot flavor to it, which I will be okay with.
Yeah. So
Really?
what is this? What is the standard?
And you didn't have to go to school for that.
That's right. It's instinctual.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, dude.
So when you're picking the cocktail, what is your method then? Because I have a method.
I mean, you definitely got to start with what type of alcohol is in it. That's probably the first thing that my eye goes to. And nothing against tequila cocktails. I've had some great ones, but most of the time if I'm at dinner, I'm probably not going to be ordering tequila.
Right.
So if I see a drink that sounds really good, but then I find out it has tequila in it, I'm probably
And
going to
it's
cross
not
it out.
called a margarita or an Ita of any sort. It's like, there, they did it. Done.
Yeah.
You've created a drink.
I'm also, I know this is not the most manly thing to say, but I'm not a huge fan of scotch. I love whiskey, but a like scotch whiskey that really like, I don't even know if bitter is the right word, but it's like a very caskety very woodsy flavor that comes
Casky.
with casky. There you go, not cascady. It's a lot darker.
Cascady.
And
Casky
vampires.
flavor, oak. That oak taste. That's really what it is. That's in Scotch. Again, I don't like it. A lot of these restaurants we go to, they do make a lot of Scotch cocktails. I'm not a fan of those.
Right.
So, and that's just kind of the beginning of it. And then after
So-
that, it's just about, I don't know, whatever you feel.
Are
like.
there-
Well,
Well,
there is also the component that I've seen you do. Not every time we eat.
Shay's getting totally hijacked.
I'm not hiding. I'm
no,
adding to it. I'm yes
you,
anding.
all of us.
That's
It's
the point.
always a great-
That's the point.
He's telling us about dinner.
Matt
We're
also
on
I like to
cocktail.
open it up. It's for everybody to enjoy.
No, of course.
last week it was get your own food segment. Now it's for everyone to
That's
enjoy.
all right. Hey, I'm nothing if consistent, okay?
No, but Matt also oftentimes likes to ask the bartender or the waiter what they think about the cocktail menu.
I do ask them that, and that's a good point. Something else I usually ask is, how is it served? I want to know
Sure.
if it's straight or if it's in a giant glass of ice, because a lot of times the cocktails that sound like this will be like a delicious, I don't know, like rum fruit kind of cocktail. It's going to come in a giant glass of ice.
We all know Matt's not a fan of ice.
Not a big fan of the ice. That's right.
He's the George Costanza of ice.
I like
There you go.
when I pick a cocktail from a cocktail menu, I like it to seem slightly complicated. I don't know why, but if it's too simple, it just doesn't seem to excite me as much. Although I prefer simple drinks if I'm just calling one out. Like
Sure.
Like I love just a whiskey or just straight rocks, or martinis are always very good, or the daiquiri, just a straight up lime daiquiri.
My mom and I always go to the smokehouse when she comes to town, and the first time I took her there, she ordered a Manhattan, and she said, "Michael, over rocks. Tell him Manhattan over rocks." And I'm like, okay, whatever. And I didn't. I said that, but the person wasn't. I don't know. Anyway, they served it in a martini glass.
Ooh, up.
And yeah,
What's up?
there you go. And so that's the only time that and so I learned it once, and then we've been there like 7 times since then. She comes up once a year, and every single time now, it's like I'm absolutely clear. And probably I didn't say it. Probably I was just like, yeah, whatever, Mom. I'm gonna get you Manhattan. You'll like it. Who knows?
There you go.
So
By the
Matt-
way, the Smokehouse, one of the first restaurants to reopen briefly, and my wife and I were very much considering going and calling you to join us for this.
I would have 100 in a
But-
fucking second.
We wanted to go for the big like buffet all day brunch thing that we all
Sunday
talked about on
fun
the
day.
show.
It's so good.
Here's the thing: when they reopened under this
They
COVID
can't do
shit,
that. They can't
all
do
they had
that.
was the menu, and I was like,
not
I don't
worth
know
it.
if I want to do that.
yeah.
There's a place I'm planning on going this summer that
You mean
always,
this winter?
No, this summer actually.
I hope so.
That has always has a buffet for a few of the meals, and they've already sent out an email saying the buffet is still there, but it will not be self-serve. It will be you order what you want off the buffet, and the staff members will go make your plate.
Whoa, interesting.
Don't like it.
Yeah, because I like controlling my portion.
That's the point of a buffet. Is you
Yeah.
have to go be an
Crazy.
indulgent little whatever.
Yeah. You get to be a glutton for a little bit.
Because come on, and when somebody comes back with that plate, you can't go, I'm going to need 2 or 3 more of those
Yeah.
quesadillas, please. I told you a lot of quesadillas, and 3 is not a lot in my
Yeah.
world.
All right, well, Matt, I suppose now you had some food.
Yes, there was
You
some
ate
food.
something.
Sorry, Matt.
Yes, no, it's no problem at all. So, the main reason that we went to this restaurant specifically, besides the whole thing, everything shutting down, but we chose this place particular, was because they had a special, a dish called chawamushi. All right, chawamushi. Now,
Chawamushi. What kind of food is that, Caelan?
It's fun to
Asian
say.
food.
It's fun to
You
say.
be more specific. What part of Asia?
Japanese.
Very good. Very good.
Wow.
So, a couple years ago, for my wife's 40th birthday, we went up to Napa and we went to this incredible restaurant. And one of the dishes they had there was this thing called chawamushi, which I had, my wife did not, and it was one of the best dishes ever. And you never see it anywhere because it's fucking random ass dish. But this place, Redbird, had it. Now, I'm going to show you guys a picture of it. It is the base of it is, if you can imagine,
Tell me the name again.
chawamushi. Chawamushi. That's right.
That's what I thought.
Now, if you can picture like a miso soup Like if you go to a sushi restaurant or something, you get miso soup. But rather than it being soup, it's like a flan or like a souffle. Or like a custard. So it's like a miso custard, and then it has lobster and fucking sesame oil and mushrooms, and it arrived at our table like a goddamn work of art, and it was fucking delicious. Next course was a herb crusted halibut with corn and morel mushrooms.
So when your wife order, so you get it. You were doing courses, and you were just splitting.
Split everything. Yeah, exactly.
So is it a prefix menu?
Nope.
Okay.
So what do you do?
And these are from your table, right? Not from the table next to you guys?
No, I did not take pictures of the table
That's
next
true.
to us.
Matt does do that.
And I can also tell that it's restaurant etiquette, so you can't use your flash.
Did not use the flash.
You shouldn't use
But
your
I
flash.
know you shouldn't. But
Yeah.
if the flash was on, see what that looks like is a pepper crusted.
Sure.
I don't see what's the problem with
And,
using a flash.
You just
Just
don't want to
you're in a
interrupt
restaurant,
other
you're in a
people's
restaurant,
meals.
dude. And
You're pointing it down. You're not pointing it at people's faces.
If I was in a restaurant,
It's on a white
and
plate that's gonna
someone
reflect
flashed
everywhere.
a picture with their phone immediately in my head, and I think I'm like 90% of most people.
Asshole.
Immediately in my head, I'd be like, "Yeah, what a fucking
But
asshole! I'm trying to eat my dinner."
I think of the chef, and if I see at the corner of my eye people are taking pictures of the thing I made,
I think they're well.
No.
Okay,
As a
yeah.
compliment.
Chef's a different story.
Incorrect.
Compliment.
Incorrect. Because the chef gets into that game for you to eat and enjoy that food, not to fucking flaunt it on Instagram.
but they want to remember it.
No, they
Boom.
don't. They want you to remember it. They don't want all of your
They want more
followers to
people
remember
coming.
it.
Yeah,
I'm sure they
believe-
wouldn't
yeah.
mind if their
I'm not saying-
food is being taken pictures and probably going on social media.
Yeah.
For
It's a
other
fine.
people to
It's a
look at.
fine line, though. I mean,
No, because
if-
their creation is getting cold while you take that photo for the gram
good
and for
point.
It
your
takes a
That's a good
followers.
second
point.
to take a photo. It's one flash.
That's true, too.
The same amount of time that it took Matt to take his pictures, but he's okay.
First of all, it's not the same amount of time because when you hit, everyone knows
It
when
is
you
a
hit a
little
photo, it's a little longer. Plus,
You're
That's
not.
true.
that
It is a little
asshole's got to
longer.
go into portrait mode. I mean, the dish probably already waited a second for your waiter to get there. That chef doesn't want you doing that. He wants you to eat it.
I don't care
Matthew.
about the flash.
Yes.
Did you stay for dessert?
Well, we had one more course before dessert.
Ooh, I love it.
Matt,
right.
when you eat
So that
out,
wasn't your main?
No, I'm getting to the main right now.
when you eat that, wow, those
Yep.
are appies.
Did we have an amuse bouche?
They have like little cheesy breads.
It's pronounced
Like yummy
mushu
cheesy bread.
gushu.
That's right. In Japan,
Chawamushi.
in Japan, yes, that's how it's pronounced. And Gary, I guess
I hate this chair, by the way, Gary.
Sorry, Dawson. It's awful, isn't it?
Gary made
understand
Dawson use that chair today.
I didn't make him use that
No,
one.
I was like, I
leg.
don't care. I'll take it.
Yeah.
I see why now. I get it.
We should
I
pull
get
back
it.
the curtain and say there's a couple of chairs in this building that were put together incorrectly, and the footrests are about 6 inches higher than they should be, and it just cramps your legs if you use them. So,
Chris has one. Actually, I can tell by that.
well, it doesn't cramp Chris's legs.
I don't.
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
It is upside down because you can tell because the screws are upside down. They
Yeah.
dig into the soles of your shoes.
Yeah. No, it's not good.
Yeah, we should fix that.
No, yours is right side. This one isn't.
Anyway, so when I go out to eat with my lady, we always like to share everything too, and I'm sure you guys, Gary.
No.
Gary doesn't.
Sure don't.
See, that's where it's kind of crazy because like I'll want to order something weird. Like for instance, I like duck, and Jen doesn't really like duck. So a lot of the times I will refrain from ordering duck, even though I really want it. And she knows sometimes she'll go, you probably want to order something really weird. Wait, what was that noise?
It was a quack.
Anyway. Yeah. But instead I decided but instead I would order chicken.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you were gonna make the noise of a chicken. But I looked at the menu. I thought maybe steak would be better. But then I'm like, oh, red meat. It's gonna be too good mixed. Then I'm like looking. Oh, there's a turkey salad.
Gobble, gobble. Thank you. Fuck that one up.
Yeah. Anyway, so I would cater to my orders to whatever we both can have, but sometimes I want something crazy.
Yeah, we're usually on the same page.
Yeah, see, Joy
Every
and I
once in
are
a while.
always on completely different pages, so I just don't even try to modify it.
Reminds me of that Steel Panther song, Asian Hooker.
Yeah, well, that one time I saw Panther on the menu. Pretty wild.
Yeah, pretty good.
Okay, anyway, Matt,
All
what do you
right,
have
let me
next?
get to my next course here. Now, they had a pork shank. Right. Now it was served with like collard greens.
No. You're not getting me in a hashtag. What are you doing
What
there?
are you doing, Matt?
How dare you, Matt?
I wasn't thinking that way.
That is a trap.
Not at all. Also some rice grits and black beans, and it was the most tender pork you've ever had. It fallen off the bone, but we'd obviously had a couple drinks at this point, and when this thing arrived at our table, it looks, and they're very good with the presentation at this restaurant, but this absolutely looks like a giant dick and balls just plopped on the plate. Dawson's not seeing it. I thought so. All right, that's
I'll be
not
the
the
judge
reaction
of that.
I was expecting.
That does from that angle. Yeah, some big balls.
Just a fucking.
Yeah.
Do you see it?
All right.
Yeah.
Caelan,
It's
we'll let you look as well.
the dick part is very veiny.
Anyway, it was kind of hilarious
see
to
it.
us. It
far
was
away.
fucking delicious. And then for dessert,
It's kind of a delicate time, Matt. Do you have to call them black beans?
you guys are just killing me here. I'm trying to bring this presentation to life.
I like it.
The dessert was a chocolate souffle.
Ooh.
With like
Spell it. Spell it.
SOUFFLE, comma
I have no idea. I have no idea.
COLETE. Yeah, it was
idea.
just
That's
an
a
incredible
good job.
meal. And you're right. Maybe it was influenced because we knew it was all going to shut down. But I like to think it was just because all three dishes just really exceeded our expectations. And Lord knows when it opens back up, I will be right back there again. Until then, that's what's on the menu.
Woo! To be
Nice,
clear,
dude.
I was asking not if it's because you knew it was going to shut down, but rather because it's been so long since I know you've been out a few times, but since it's been normal. Because I thoroughly believe that the next steak I have, which will be the next like true dine-in meal out, will be the best steak I've ever had.
Yeah.
For sure.
I could boil you one right in the back if.
There you
Yeah,
go.
no. Look, it's
Don't do that.
that
Don't do that.
I've had steaks that I've made at home. I've done stuff and it's good, but the next time I'm able to go out to a white tablecloth, sit down restaurant, order a martini and order a steak and have it brought to me.
Dude, this is the first time I heard that everything was closed for the weekend before.
Yeah, dude.
When I heard it's 3 weeks, dude, my best friend from first grade is fucking coming next weekend. And we were going to go to the goddamn smokehouse. And I still expected it to be open until
Takeout,
I
baby.
found
gonna
out
happen.
now that
They may have outdoor seating.
you can't take out a house cut of prime rib.
Yeah, and you want to be in the dark, dingy place.
I'll
That's what we
cook
all
my
talked
own
about.
ribeyes, but still, dude, that's fuck.
I know.
Damn.
As I said,
Fuck you.
not the best first half of the year.
It was definitely a memorable one though.
Yeah, we're come from behind kind of guys.
Yeah,
We're the underdogs.
The
We'll take
Patriots-
From-
Patriots in the Super Bowl.
Gary. All right. Well,
it.
great.
Like when you're down,
Yeah.
you fight harder. You figure it out. I know where your dirty head is at.
Not mine.
You dirty.
Gary.
Dirty
Gary's
bird.
looked at camera.
Dirty bird.
Well, great job, Matt. Thank you for that wonderful shade, and I do look
welcome.
forward to coming back with some more best food discussion.
Oh,
which
yeah.
I want to talk about that bracket because yes, the environment that you eat some of the foods in, like, I think it really alters what we think is the best food. Whereas
Yeah,
like a
but we-
steakhouse versus an In-N-Out burger, Caelan.
But we can't bring.
Okay.
This is complicated enough already. It can't be a corn dog when you're at the fair. Like it's got to
Yeah.
be just based on the food itself.
Could it be corn dog at Disneyland specifically? Because that corn dog cart is the best goddamn
good.
corn dog in the world.
It could, but
good.
if you're at Disneyland, it's a mistake to get the corn dog. You're better off to get the churro.
Oh, start your day with a corn dog.
Gotta go with the clam chowder at Disneyland.
I would
in the bread bowl.
never.
It's
The
pronounced,
bread bowl.
I
it's
would
pronounced
never
clam
eat.
chatter.
Shout out.
Not a thing.
Shout out.
All right, well let's get Caelan's flicking flay bean alay. Caelan's flicking the bean, and we'll get out of here.
This
Well, I know
week-
one thing. Sorry.
Yeah, where's the song, bro?
Well, Brian's rig is at his house, and I used to plug into Brian's rig, but Brian's rig is no longer here.
I didn't hear him playing any drops today, though. We edit
Weird.
some things.
Not that.
So, Caelan,
Nope.
flicking the bean.
We had it.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your opinion's what we need.
Well, the movie is called Crawl.
Respect all women.
Came out this time last year. It's available now on Amazon to stream. It is 87 minutes long. It's directed by Alexander Aja, I believe is how you say it, who also directed Piranha 3D. It's a hell of a movie.
Yeah.
The Hills Have Eyes,
Ugh.
also a hell of a movie.
Saw that in theaters.
And
Ruined
a
me.
movie called High Tension, which is a movie I saw many years ago, but it's a good kind of horror slash killer movie.
I saw The Hills of Eyes in the theater with Jake and Jason. We were both like, I had to put my hoodie on.
That's a good one.
Yeah, and I felt like
that's a
I needed to
good
take
one.
a shower afterwards.
He's
I
not
have
afraid to show you the gore.
Oh, no.
I have a Hills Have Eyes story that I can't tell.
What?
Oh, what a tease.
Is Laura Lee going to send a text? How did you tease that?
Yeah, Laura Lee took Gary to see The Hills Have Eyes, and she was mortified because it wasn't what she thought it was going to be.
She thought it was a Sound of Music sequel.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, it stars a girl named Kaya Scodelario. I'm sure that's not how you say her name.
Yeah.
And Barry Pepper, who...
Barry Pepper.
Barry Pepper.
Barry Pepper's a strong name.
Yeah.
And I, for the life of me, as I was watching this movie, could not place what movie he was from, and it was bugging me so much. For those of you unfamiliar, Barry Pepper is the sniper in Saving Private Ryan.
Okay.
It currently has an 83% with the critics and a 75% with the audience, which is strange because this, if you don't know, is a movie about killer alligators. It is a rather absurd looking movie. I had no interest in watching it whatsoever until Matt came in and said, you know what, we watched Crawl, you should give it a try. So I did. I did give it a try indeed. And it is surprisingly good.
Whoa.
In a where they make a movie about killer alligators, they set it in a setting that
Wait,
is
slow down.
set
Hold
in
on a
setting.
Wait,
Oh,
that's very unconventional.
New thing. It's kind of like the film noir of today.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, very avant-garde.
Setting it in a setting.
A lot of times, it's very hard to tell what's happening in a movie because it's not set anywhere.
Where is this?
So I don't really know
Yeah.
how to experience it. But that's part of the reason why I liked it too, was because this one was set in a setting.
Very risky movie. Yeah. Okay. Sure.
I knew that was coming the second it came out.
All right. Well, I mean, I'm on board already. So, I like to try new things.
It's far less confusing than most movies
Yeah.
because of that fact.
Wow, a whole new element.
It is set in a setting that's surprisingly believable for killer alligators.
Yes.
You can actually kind of in a world believe that, you know, this is plausible, like that this would happen. But since you're not taking this movie too seriously, just from the poster to the trailer, from what you know about the movie, it is surprisingly good. It's very fun. The gore is just right. It's not over the top like Piranha was, where it's totally like that's the entire movie, just that kind of joke. But it's enough. There's definitely some gore in there, enough to where Chris would not be able to watch this movie. And if you want just kind of a fun watch, I would recommend it. It is flickable, and the audience has it spot on, 7.5 out of 10.
Yeah. Speaking of spot on and on the nose,
I am 0.2 away
Wow,
from the
wow.
score. I
Oh,
wrote
you
it
did
down before you
7.3.
started. Flickable 7.3.
But points are lost because you spelled flickable wrong. You wrote fliceable.
I did write flexible.
that will cost you. That will cost
That
you.
didn't cross my K.
Yeah. Now, Caelan, we need to know: is it flickable,
Cross my
unflickable,
K.
or fliceable?
Dawson, you know K's work? I didn't cross my K.
Yeah, I just didn't cross my
Flat out missing the
My
K, dude.
kid.
No, I crossed
You know
my
that,
K.
all that.
No,
It's
still
dot
need to
every
say
I,
that.
cross every K.
No, it's just
K's.
flickable. I still spelled the word wrong, but now it says flickable.
All right. Crawl, huh?
Crawl.
Thank God it wasn't spelled with a K.
Okay, I know.
Oh, shit.
We have fun.
Holy crap.
We have fun.
Well, I was reading the wiki.
Gonna go ahead and crack this third flop.
Is claw spelled with a K?
Yeah, everything's with a K now. So
I just didn't cross my K.
that was the only issue. He was so close. You just had to,
Oh my god.
All right.
We do better in person.
yeah. I think so too. I was reading the wiki, and the star of the movie, because this all takes place in the setting that Caelan said, and it's in a hurricane, and the star of the movie is an aspiring swimmer. In the first line, an aspiring swimmer.
I think that's the first shot of the movie.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is that too on the nose? Does that
Very
bother you guys?
much on the nose.
Yeah.
When I told Caelan
Oh, so
about
I know
this
what
movie,
the setting is now.
he'd be pretty damn close.
Well, yeah.
I told Caelan, much like one of my favorite horror movies, The Descent, which is an incredible
Great.
movie.
That's probably my favorite horror movie.
The first 10 or 15 minutes are a little tough to get through because it is so on the nose in terms of just trying to get the story moving. But once they're in the cave, or in the case of this movie, once they're in this house,
Setting.
once they're in the setting,
Right.
thank you. God, I can't believe I got that wrong.
Right.
Once they're in the setting,
Right.
it's just a nonstop action movie.
So the Descent,
So
is
fun.
that one of the other underwater caverns with the
not
vampire
underwater.
chick?
Yeah.
kind of.
Yeah, you kind of have
You
something.
have elements
Yeah,
of it, right? It's not underwater.
You got
and
enough
there's-
of that correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's about
the
as
cave
close
one.
as your spelling
Kristen
was
Stewart.
to flickable.
No,
Stewart?
that's Twilight.
No, you're thinking of
But she was not in the Descent?
Nope.
No, because I saw.
No, you're thinking
I
of that
saw
T.J. Miller movie that came out in January, where
Okay.
Kristen Stewart was
One
underwater.
called Underwater.
It's called Underwater.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's a different movie. Totally different.
See,
Okay,
we
good,
don't know.
Good. No, these are the things
you,
I
we
need to
don't- we don't
'cause I'll
know
be like-
settings.
I'll go home and be like, yeah, I think I saw that kind of thing.
Underwater.
So no, okay, I'll check out the Descent.
Yeah.
Thank
Yo,
you.
I'll
And
loan it to
Crawl.
you.
That's
And
probably
Crawl.
my favorite. horror
Crawl's
movie of
on
all
demand
time.
right now. Descent, I can loan you a DVD of it.
It's
Alright,
probably
sweet.
streaming somewhere.
Yeah. But yeah, Crawl's
yeah.
on Amazon. Is that right?
Yeah.
I highly suggest it as well.
Nice.
I'll watch it, even though it
Flexible.
stars an aspiring swimmer.
Flexible, it's fully
Very
flexible.
Very flexible.
Hey, real fast. Do you, any of you guys, Caelan, I'll take you out of this because you're not old enough, but did any of you guys watch the NBC show that was prominent in the early 2000s called Las Vegas? It starred James Caan and Josh Duhamel.
Never watched
No,
it.
Remember it.
Aziz
Never saw
Ansari
it.
used to joke about it a lot.
Yeah, rightfully so, because that show is absolutely fucking absurd. But in the over the last weekend, they the Entertainment Network did an every episode ever marathon of that show that lasted from Thursday to the following Monday,
Jeez. Nonstop?
nonstop.
Wow.
Why?
Why? Yes,
I think
why?
they're running out of original programming as a result of the pandemic.
Ooh.
And it is absurd and does not hold up.
Hollywood's still moving.
At all.
They're still moving, buying properties right now.
Oh yeah.
They're getting fucking ready.
Well, we're on.
And I'll tell you what, hopefully fucking it's Hollywood that fucking says enough of this shit.
well, Hollywood, we are filming every episode of the Watercooler.
Yeah.
So get at me.
And we got a new movie in the works too. So
We
just
do.
Wait for that one.
Oh,
Laxyshack.
Laxyshack.
Hell yeah.
Oh my
Hell
God!
yeah.
One time I was when you say
Jason?
Laxyshack, it reminds me of the time I pimped out my minivan in college. Which I don't wait, Garrett. Why do you?
No one say a thing. Keep talking.
Okay, so
Reminds me of the time I pimped out my minivan in college. The fact that
Those are words I've never heard.
the fact that no
Together.
one but me looked around is fucking confounding to me.
all right.
That's good.
So in college, I drove a Honda Odyssey, and it was pretty sweet.
That's a van, right?
It's a minivan, yes.
Jesus.
It's a good family minivan.
And that girlfriend broke up with you?
yeah,
Picked it up from Jake at cost.
yeah.
Wow.
Anyway, so I remember taking out the captain's chairs in the back because I still lived with my mom in college. So
So are you about to say that pimping out a minivan is taking out the back seats and putting a futon in and some fucking
No,
curtains?
no.
I don't know, Dawson. Only way to find out is to let him keep fucking talking.
So I remember I thought, all right, I got a pretty good job now. I'm a server at the Macaroni Grill. I can kind of
Why not pimp out the minivan?
One day soon, melting pot, here I come.
Yeah, that's right. But I'm making some tip money. I should be able to spend it on treat myself. Yeah. And so I hit up the Bed Bath and Beyond,
Classic automotive accessory store.
which is across the street from the Macaroni Grill. So and I get a little rug. I get some. What else did I get? I think it was just the rug, really.
So that'd be from the bath section.
Yeah.
Okay.
But no, but it actually looks like an actual rug. Like it wasn't a bathroom carpet. and it was just smaller. And I put that there. I got it. I went to Best Buy and I got a Westinghouse TV, but not a car TV, an actual TV.
Was this a flat screen TV or a TV?
It was flat screen.
Okay.
I got a flat. Thank you for letting me clarify. Yes, it was a flat screen, and I got the arm that it was the TV would be, when not in use, it would be flat along the ceiling, and then it would the arm would swing down, and you would have a big TV, and you could watch from the back seats. And then I had a sound system put in, I had a PlayStation put in, and I really made that thing.
I've turned a corner here. Yeah,
it was. And
I
I'm
think
thinking,
I'm gonna get a minivan and have you pimp it out.
I'm gonna watch movies in here, and I'm gonna do whatever I want, and I don't have to live with my mom, basically. Well, I just don't want to have to. I want to be my own man.
I work at the Macaroni Grill, and I'm moving into this van.
Well, I didn't
Mom.
see that. That's the thing. I didn't necessarily move in, but I remember
Full steam ahead, bro.
I was closing one night at the grill at Romano's, and I remember walking.
The grill.
What did you guys call it? Did you guys call it all three of those things?
No, I can still write my name upside down. Now let me see. Yeah, and
Wow, that was pretty good.
Why do you
That
write
is
your
pretty
name
good.
upside down?
Because you've never been to Macaroni Grill
spell
when
with a
the
K?
when the
I
server
didn't cross the K.
it's butcher paper over the table, and when the server comes up, they go, "Hey, my name is Caelan," and they write it upside down so that the people at the table can read it.
Yeah.
Did
It's
you
a flex.
Did
It's
you
a
ever
flex.
have anyone say, "I don't give a fuck what your name is"?
No, I actually had the. You want? Okay, I'm gonna slight tangent. I killed it at Macaroni Grill and at TGI Fridays, because I constantly would flirt with the guests, and I wouldn't even need to bust out my magic tricks. I would just be able to talk to them, and the table of all the older women. All right, ladies, I'm gonna need to see some ID, and then
Classic.
stuff like that.
That's a great move.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
No, it's good, 'cause
and I'd
they
write
love
some
it.
notes
They
on the
love
thing.
it. That's good.
I remember. This was in a place called Rossmore in Seal Beach. Gary knows where that is. And so I remember I would serve a table, and it would be like it was like the Real Housewives almost. And I remember talking to them, and I wrote my name. Hi, by the way, my name's Chris. And then one of the women pulls me. She grabs like the side of my shirt, because you wear those long white sleeve shirts. Pulls me to her, and she whispers into my ear, Do I say it like Chris, or do I say it like, "Oh, Chris," and starts moaning my name in my ear?
Wow.
Macaroni turned into a rigatoni, if you know what I'm saying.
It went al dente in 2 seconds, bro.
With a side of Alfredo, if you please.
We're gonna put that scene
So
in
immature.
Laxyshack.
Sure.
We're gonna find some way to recreate that. This is a scene in Laxyshack.
Dente.
We
There
had
are a
fun.
lot of sexual innuendo within Italian food. I had no idea. Anyway, back to my van. I remember I was closing.
That's what you said to her?
Yeah, I was closing, and I was it was me and some other girl who worked with me, and I remember my van was finally done. I'm gonna enjoy the rest of my life with this van. I'm in the middle of California. It's summer. It's already hot. I can go to the beach and watch a movie with the doors open and just hear the sound of the waves while I'm watching movies. And I actually bought Castaway to do that. And then. So I bring her over to the van. She's because I'm walking her car. I'm like, "Oh, you should check out what I did in my van first." And
Hey.
I walk her over to my van. I think her name was Dana. And I walk her.
Sure.
It's been a while since I haven't even thought of her, but I walk her to my van, and I show her everything. She sees the rug on the floor, the TV that folds down, the everything's just pimped out, customized out.
The pool of blood in the corner.
Yeah, she sticks her head in, and she just looks at me and goes, "Do you live here?"
Wow.
And everything
live
I
with my
looked at, like,
mom.
I really wasted my money.
Oh,
Like,
no.
this
All that work.
all this time and all this work, because it wasn't cheap. I really took a risk there, and then I realized that it was running off my car battery, so I could only get through the first 15 minutes of Castaway before my car died.
Right.
Because it would run unless you had to keep the car running, and so me and Jake would have to go to like a place where you could plug the van in order to finish the movie. I never finished Castaway. I actually watched Castaway for the first time about 3 weeks ago.
Oh wow.
And yeah, and then that was the story of my van. And then Jake hooked up his Xbox to it when we were driving to Vegas one time, and I gave him the red ring of death.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Caelan.
I don't think you gave that to him. I think Microsoft gave that to all of us.
Oh, okay. Well, it definitely started when he plugged it into my van.
Yeah.
Because I don't think everything, the electric work was really that great anyway. But that was me pimping out my college van. All right, I think that'll do it for Watercooler. We really went through a lot there. So
we did it all.
we'll get our plugs in, and then I have an announcement to make. So
Ooh.
we'll start over to my left. Caelan, where can we go for you?
Oh, don't worry about me.
All right.
Wow. These
Yeah.
plugs are going to be over real quick.
I would say so.
Said
Gary,
he has an announcement.
That's true.
Gary, where can we go for you?
I have 2 plugs. One is Days of Thunder
Take
and
3.
their YouTube channel, youtube.com/Days of Thunder, and the other is I will plug Chris's plug.
Okay. That's right.
Nice.
You're just plugging his plug. That was
I'm
it.
plugging his announcement.
Okay.
Plugging my announcement.
You can follow
I'm a
me
big
on
fan.
Twitter at Matt Fondiler. Also, I have a new Sword and Scale episode out, but it's behind the paywall. So if you want to join Sword and Scale Plus,
Ooh,
I don't
how do
know
we
if-
do that?
I think it's swordandscale.com/plus. I think it's like $5 a month. And then if you sign up for it, then you would have access to several episodes that I wrote because there's quite a few that are behind the paywall. So anyway, Sword and Scale.
Sword and Scale, and Matt loves his true crime. And if you want any of his episodes, 139, 144, 153, 161, and 162. All right. Dawson, where could we go for you?
Check out Matt's Sword and Scale episodes. I've
Yeah.
been meaning to fucking listen to one, and you
highly
know
described.
how inundated we are with
Listen,
audio.
I've said
There's
many
no
times,
listening to fucking anything, and I've wanted to.
we all have a long history of not supporting each other's projects.
Yeah, we don't want to break that.
That's right.
First of all, shout out to Chris Laxamana, who owes me a beer because it is on tape. We both said anyways at the same time. I hit you first and said beer. You owe me a beer.
That is incorrect. I say anyway. I never say anyways.
I said anyway. I wrote down anyway.
Now we're gonna have to check this.
Is it
I
recorded?
didn't. Yeah, it's
You
recorded.
didn't cross your K. So
True.
it doesn't count. It doesn't count.
Yeah. So anyway, you owe me a beer.
All right, deal.
Yeah, who spells anyway with an I?
And not dotted.
I love this bit. Dawson just spells everything wrong.
Number 2.
He doesn't know how letters work. Number 2.
Number 2, Chris Laxamana has a very important announcement. Take heed. And then he might owe you a beer too.
Yeah, wow, there's a lot of hype
Lot of
and
press.
pressure on this amount. I really didn't imagine it would be that. So for my plug / announcement, it is for this show, the Watercooler.
Woo!
Yeah.
That's us. He's talking about
First
us.
off,
I have
really
no idea.
yeah, I really appreciate everybody listening, and we've moved to 2 shows a week, and it's been a lot of fun. We've been doing it from home. Now we're back in studio, and we're having a good time, and we really want to take it up to a notch to the next level. So, one. We're going to be releasing 2 midweek episodes. What we've been doing during the quarantines, we've been releasing an episode. It would come out Thursdays, and then one would come out basically Saturday because we record Friday and Wednesdays. Now we're going to skip this Friday's recording. We're going to go to 2 midweek episodes. We'll start recording on Monday, and we'll do one on Wednesday. Jeff Cesario is going to join us on Monday. You know him from the Corolla Show, Chet Waterhouse, and we're going to be on his show too. So we're going to be we're going to be
Called
doing
synergy, baby.
some synergy, yes. And then also we're the second show of the week is going to be through Patreon. Now this is a service that if you're a fan of the show and you want bonus content, extra content, we're happy to do it, and it'll be very cheap. I think we're talking about like $5 a month or something like that. I mean, we haven't really figured out the exact price yet, but we'll make sure it's very affordable.
I say 5.
We'll figure it out, but yeah, there's going to be a lot of different stuff. I mean, if you are familiar with Patreon, there'll be a base level for just the episodes. Then, if you want more, if you want us to do something special, there's different options for that. But it will be very affordable, and we will be extremely consistent with it. So,
Yeah.
you know, there's been weeks where we've missed because people are traveling. We're not going to be doing that. This is going to be every week. It's going to be consistent. You may not always get all 5 of us. We have lives. You know, Chris sometimes is traveling to Alaska to do whatever with Adam, but you guys will get fresh content, and we're very excited about it, and we're going to make sure it's good.
Yeah.
And to add on to that, you'll also have 5 dudes uploading content.
That's true.
Yeah. Look. So what we're saying is we're happy. We want to do this more often. We love doing the 2 episodes during quarantine when we had all that time. Now we're back at work. We don't necessarily have all that much time, but we want to make it worth everyone's while. So we'll do it through Patreon, and we just. I guess this is me just announcing that and just saying thank you so much for listening. Thank you for being a part of the show. We love doing it. We will continue doing it, and we will continue just being our silly selves.
Can I add on to that?
Yeah, please.
Just real fast. Also, we, as excited as we are, this is very new to us. We don't all have a lot of experience with Patreon. So if there's something that you would like to see come to that and you have suggestions, tweet us at Los Angeles, and we're open to suggestions. We are. I'm not saying we're going to take every suggestion, but if you have one, we're open.
Yeah.
We'll listen for sure.
Yeah.
So there you go.
We're excited to keep the 2-show-a-week thing going, and maybe more, ? All right.
Probably more.
That'll do it for Watercooler. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We will see you next week. We love you. Goodbye.